Εξομολογήστε το Κύριο διαγραφός, αλληλούια, ότι στον αιώνα το έλεος αυτού, αλληλούια.
Sir, come back.
Well, when I spoke about the four people.
Huh? We shout in a moment. I'm done with him.
I can't. It's done. You know why? My words, they go through here. They can't hear.
Well, you see, you don't.
You're not listening.
Okay.
You're not listening.
Please tell me,
Trying to make a point.
ma'am. Please tell me what he said. Tell me anything he said. Anything. Okay.
When he said that there's more Christians converting to Islam, your counter response to that was there was more people leaving
Why?
Islam,
Because
right?
Is that the only thing he said?
And then he spoke about marriage.
Okay.
I don't understand how did that jump to this marriage.
Was he able to answer my problem with marriage within Islam and Christianity?
It's a translation of the Quran. It's
Well,
not what the Quran
does your Quran say that you should
in
you
Quran
can
you
only
can
marry
marry one,
four?
and I have a proof from the Quran.
No.
I agree.
No. Show me when the Quran says that you can marry a maximum of one.
You can marry only one. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'm a blind. Show me.
So
please.
how many did Muhammad have if you can only marry one?
Okay, Muhammad, most of his wife, when he married them, they were devoted.
It doesn't make a difference. If
His
the
husband
Quran
had
says
died and he was
one,
looking after her.
it doesn't make a difference. First of all, to look after widows, you don't have to marry them. Just saying. You can maybe like make a house for them all.
I agree. You don't
So if you're saying that the Quran
don't
says
have to
one
marry
wife,
them, no.
why does Muhammad have 13 to 11?
Wait, one by one. You said, according to Quran, that we can marry up to 4. Show me the Quran. I'm blind. Because it doesn't say marry, it say make a contract. Fankahu from the woman.
Is marriage a contract?
Different. It doesn't say the word tazawwaj.
Is marriage a contract?
According to the Quran, the word zawaj, yeah, the word zawaj, you can only get married with one and make a family and have children with her.
Can I see that the word zawaj is used for one woman alone?
I'll show it to you. Go to the
Because the problem is Muhammad married about 11 women, and I think he had children with about 3 of them. So if what you're saying is true, then for Muhammad, that contract for the singular wife extends to at least 3 of them. So clearly, it's a false standard.
Okay.
And it is better to marry only one
Yes,
wife.
it is in the Quran.
I think everyone here will agree.
That's not what
One
he
wife
said.
alone.
Let me show it to you. The Quran say,
Before Islam and after Islam.
Okay.
When Islam was announced clearly, they told him to leave all his wives and keep one.
Did he do that?
Leave one wife.
Did he do that?
Yes, he did.
Which is the one wife
Because would not
he remained
focus
with?
on being a prophet with multiple wives.
Which is the one wife he remained with?
Then that you go do your homework.
Wait, which one is
Do
this?
your homework. You did
Is-
not read the Quran. You did not read the Quran.
So,
properly.
and you
it's
have,
very
correct?
different in Arabic than in English.
Okay, but you've read the Quran. But wait, you've read the Quran, correct?
What do you think?
Well, if you've read the Quran, I would love to know which was the wife Muhammad wound up with at the very end.
Why does it matter?
Because you're claiming that he left all his other wives, but that's not what the tradition says.
Why does it matter?
Because I am saying that it is better to have only one wife, and if anybody encourages you to have more than one wife as a prophet, they are wrong, you shouldn't follow them. That's what matters. Because what you're encouraging is for men to engage in activities that are going to take them further away from God.
I'll be more specific. In the Quran, wait, God said, you can only have children from one woman, and this is your zawja.
How
The
many
other
children did Muhammad have from multiple women?
I'm talking about
Muhammad is your
now,
best example.
I'm talking about the law that was given the Quran for the majority of Muslims. The Quran said, only pair
Yep.
with one and have children from her.
That's not what Muhammad does.
Yeah, but you look at Muhammad do this.
Yeah, because the
Wait.
Quran says that
Wait.
Muhammad is the best example for the Ummah.
Okay, 4 verse
So now
2.
what?
And give orphan theirs property, and do not substitute the bad for the good, and do not consume their property by combining them with yours, for that would be a serious sin. So God is talking about the orphans here. Now, if you fear you cannot act fairly toward the orphans, then make a contract with the woman you like. Even the woman in China, you can make a contract with her, but this woman, she must have a children under the age of 18, orphan, and she must have lost her husband. So you just make a contract with her, you don't have to sleep with her, you have to treat her children equal to your children. He said Mecca contract. He did not say the word zawaj. He said the second, the third, the fourth. So the first one is your own wife. This is your family, where your family do, and you have a children from her. The second, the third, the fourth one is any woman you want. It's not a believing woman, because according to the Quran, you can only marry a believing woman. But it said here, make a contract, then make a contract with the woman you like everywhere on earth. So, if a woman that she's atheist, you cannot marry according to Quran. But if she got children, you can make contract with her, and you can treat her fairly. That's what the Quran says.
And the punishment.
You understand
if
the
you don't,
point?
And the punishment.
The
if
problem
you
is
don't-
in the Arabic translation.
I tell him the punishment if you don't treat them fairly. If you treat one of them. Not
And
the
you
same.
cannot do it, yeah. You cannot do it, yeah.
All of them equally. Otherwise, it's
Because in Arabic it doesn't say the
And
word
this is-
zawaj.
yeah,
Zawaj.
this is
It says
1400 years ago.
make contract. Is mentioned the word inkahu.
So, let's see the Corey reference now. The problem still remains. You are being encouraged by Muhammad to have more than one wife. It doesn't matter if you're making a contract with more than one woman. You should only do it with one woman. That is
To
the,
have
that,
children,
that
I
is
agree
the
with you.
teaching. But then Muhammad does it with multiple women.
Yes, but Muhammad has a different situation.
How does that work?
Now, okay, God never told
he's the
us
most
to
perfect
do the
man.
same
He's a
to do the same way like Muhammad. God
He's
told
not
us
like
You're not perfect. You're not. Wait, it's not regular.
He's not regular like us. He's not regular people.
What's
like us
the
that gonna
difference
get judged for
between
sin.
me and
He's
him?
the
Has he
messenger.
got different
He's
DNA?
the messenger.
So
You don't
what?
understand that.
So what?
You don't understand that. The
Wait, wait,
prophet, the messenger.
How many people have you killed?
who was the first wife of Muhammad?
Huh?
The first wife of Muhammad alayhi salam. He married Aisha. She was
No.
older than him.
No,
25 years.
her name wasn't Aisha. It wasn't Aisha.
Sorry, Khadija.
It was Khadija, yes. Yeah, it wasn't
She was
Khadija.
older than him, nearly 20 years.
And then he marries
And he
10
spent
more
most
after
of
her.
his youth
That's
time
not
with
good.
this lady.
Yes.
He spent most of his time with this old lady, older than him.
So?
At the age of 40, when the prophecy come on him, then he had multiple wives.
That's not good. So he should became so before he was a
many
prophet,
children?
he was monogamous. He had well, a lot of them died unfortunately. He had about like maybe 5 or so, I think.
From how many wives?
About 3, I think.
Anyway,
He had a couple with Khadija, and then he had one with Mary the Copt,
guess, make it-
and then maybe one other. I can't remember. But something about like 5 or
the
something.
Quran tell us exactly what to do for Muslim people, how to get married. You can only marry one and have a children from her.
So
You
before
cannot marry
Muhammad
another one.
became a
I'm
prophet,
gonna-
he was monogamous. So he was dedicated to one woman. And then afterwards, he then suddenly gets more wives. You see the same kind of
So when
activity
he was the age
with
of-
many
young
other
age,
false prophets.
until the age of-
Before they're prophets, they're monogamous. Suddenly they get more, they become a prophet, and suddenly they want 40 wives. Yeah, it's an indication that they are not actually following God. Because think about it, there's no purpose behind Muhammad having so many wives. And then, to make it worse, he encourages men to have up to 4. Again, wouldn't follow him. So, you, don't follow a person that encourages people to go and sin.
I think you're the follower.
Just was one thing important.
And
One
you're
thing
encouraging
important.
people to sin.
I'm not.
You are 100%.
One second.
Nope.
If you read Surah Nisa, the same one, verse 20, it's mentioned here the word zawj. You can only, if you wish to replace one wife with another. So you cannot have 2 wives at the same time. If you want to replace one wife with another, and you give him one of them a fortune. So you cannot have 2 wives at the same time. You can replace them if she died or something. Here is mentioned the word zawj. Verse 20, read it. If you wish to replace one wife with another, I mean you cannot have 2 wives at the same time. One wife, this wife you can have a children from her, yes. Now if you want to make a contract with the second, the third, the fourth one, there is a condition. She must have lost her husband and she must have children under the age of 18, so you can treat them equally with your children. That's the only thing you can do. And you don't have to sleep with them. He said make a contract with them.
So, Surah Al-Nisa,
Verse 20.
Ayah 3, says the following. If you fear that you will not deal justly with your orphan girls,
Doesn't
plural,
say girls.
plural,
It doesn't say girls.
then marry those that please you of the women.
Wrong translation.
2, 3, or 4.
Why not the first one? Why he said the 2, the 3, and the 4?
So you
What about
can.
the first one?
So of the orphan girls, you can marry up to 4 of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
continue
but
that.
why he didn't mention
Sure,
the wait.
sure.
Why he didn't mention the first one? Because the first one is your wife. This is the one you can only have a children from her. He said make a contract with the second, the third, the fourth one, and the first one you said orphan. It doesn't say woman orphan. in Arabic.
Continue the verse.
But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry only one of those that your right hands possess, i.e., your slaves. That is more suitable for you, that you may not incline to justice.
So
Now,
can you ever be just between 2 people, 3 people, or 4 people?
here's my
Can
question.
you ever be just?
Here's my
As
question.
a human, can you ever be just?
You can try.
You
Now,
can try, but can you?
you can try.
So
Now,
if you cannot, you marry one.
here's my problem.
If you cannot marry one.
Here's my problem. The verse says the following. If you're advocating for monogamy within Islam, here's what the verse says. But if you fear. Now, let's say I'm a Muslim man. I think I can handle 2 wives. I'm not afraid I won't be just. I get 2 wives and then realize that I'm not just. I wouldn't have known that I couldn't be just unless I had the 2 wives. I wouldn't know it beforehand.
As a human, you cannot be just.
For example,
As a human, you cannot be
very,
just.
very simple. Let me give you an example. If you're married, for example, before getting married, you don't know if you're going to be a good wife or husband.
I don't want to be in the video.
Yeah, before getting married, you wouldn't know if you're going to be a good wife or a good husband, right? You might fear that you might be a bad wife or a bad husband. You wouldn't know until you get married. So in this same capacity, the condition given here for you to be monogamous is fear that you may not be just. Well, many men will have hubris maybe and think that they can be just and then marry up to 4. I don't think that is correct.
God never said marry. He said make a contract. It's very different.
Well, the
Show me the
word
word marry. It doesn't
the
say
word
the
translates to
He
marry.
said inkahu. Make a
Oh,
contract.
okay, wait.
First one
wait.
you can marry.
So, okay,
It's
wait.
mentioned.
If you're making a contract alone, why stop at 4? Why not go to 12?
The first one is your wife. This is the one you can have children and you make a family. The second, the third, the fourth one, he said make a contract with them from the woman you like. She doesn't have to be a believing woman. According to the Quran, can we marry an unbelieving woman? No. He said from the woman you like. Go marry an atheist woman. Go make a contract with an atheist
Where
woman.
does this say that she can be like a Zoroastrian, for example? It doesn't mention
He
that.
said the woman you like, any woman. So she can also be an atheist.
Well, I would imagine that this is speaking directly to Muslims. So it's in the context of all other Muslims.
I'm going to show you verse in the Quran.
Just like
We can
you
only
need
marry a
air to
believing
breathe,
woman.
just like you
Christian,
need air
Jew,
to
and
breathe,
Muslim.
No human is perfect. No human can be just.
But Jesus is, right?
Jesus is the one.
It's
I
perfect,
believe
right?
Jesus. I love Jesus.
And he's perfect, right?
Jesus is perfect and Muhammad
Great.
is perfect.
No,
And
the Quran
Muhammad is
doesn't.
perfect.
The Quran doesn't say that.
And Abraham is perfect.
The Quran doesn't
and
say that.
Noah is perfect.
The Quran doesn't say that.
All the prophets
It doesn't.
of God
It doesn't.
are perfect.
It doesn't say that.
Okay?
It doesn't say that.
Wait. You listen
I
to
can
me,
show
I
you.
listen to you. I believe in all prophets and I believe
Okay.
they're all perfect. I just believe that they're complementary to one another.
Does-
With Muhammad being the concluding.
Does the Quran say they're all perfect?
One more thing, then
It
I have to go.
only says-
They are perfect in human form. The only
Does it
perfect-
say that?
The only perfect being is God.
Does this say that?
So Jesus is not God to us. He's a human.
Does this say that?
This is something about a satanic verse.
One last thing to say.
Does that?
Surah Ahzab, Confederation number 4, it said God did not place 2 hearts inside any man's body. The man cannot love two women at the same time. You can only fall in love with one. How can you fall in love
Where
with two?
does it say that?
It said God did not place 2 hearts inside any man's body. This thing is not talking about this heart. He said it's mean you cannot, have love for.
Read the
for
context,
women.
please.
I read it in Arabic, in English. God did not place.
Nor
2
did
hearts.
he make your wives multiple, whom you equate with your mothers, your actual mothers. Nor did he make your adopted sons multiple, your actual sons.
So how many conditions you have? I'm talking about the first one.
So-
God did not place two hearts inside any man's
So,
body.
so
Can you love two women at the same time?
the next line literally talks about
No, no.
multiple wives.
The next one is not. I'm not talking about the second one. I'm talking about the first one.
Yes, but what you're insinuating the two hearts means is wrong if the next verse literally says that you can have multiple wives.
Nor did he make your wife.
Wives.
Okay, let me read it
Multiple,
out.
more than one.
Let me read it out.
So, it does not say within your Quran that all prophets are perfect. It only says that Jesus is perfect. So, I would rather follow Jesus. Surah 19.
Surah 19.
Surah Al-Maryam.
Yeah, he's
So
talking about.
I would rather follow Jesus, who is perfect, than anyone else who is not. Simple as that. So I would encourage you to follow Easter and not Muhammad.
It doesn't say why.
We can say that. However, okay, can we agree that if you are somebody who allows your followers to go and kill people because they made fun of you, then you're not perfect? Can we agree on that? Can we agree that if a person has followers and he lets his followers kill people who make fun of him, then he's not perfect?
That is your interpretation of the story.
Again, can I just ask straight up, if I had followers and they went to go kill people and made fun of me, are those followers, so am I perfect? And by the way, I allow this, by the way. I don't punish them, rebuke them, I allow it. Am I perfect? Perfect! So, Muhammad did that. Therefore, he is not perfect. Well,
Your religion is the one that says go around and kill the unbelievers wherever you find them.
shall I read it for you?
I don't need to.
We just read.
Okay. So here's what I'll do for you. Here's what I'll do for you. I will give you the citation, and you in your own time can go and look at it.
Ibn Dawood.
Hey man, I try.
Connecting with your God. It's not consciousness. You need to find your God. It's not about this religion, that religion. No. We are different people.
So the citation for what I'm referencing is as follows. You will find this in
Are you for them or Faraz? I'm for them or Faraz?
So the citation is in Sunni Abi Dawood 4361. Sunni Abi Dawood 4361. A blind man had a slave mother who used to abuse the prophets and disparage him. He forbade her, but she did not stop. He rebuked her, but she did not give up her habits. One night, she began to slander the prophets and abuse him. So he took a dagger, placed it on her belly, pressed it, and killed her. Fast forward. When the morning came, the prophet was informed about it. He assembled the people and said, I adjourn by Allah the man who has done this action, and I adjourn him by my right hand that he should stand up. Jumping over the necks of the people and trembling, the man stood. He sat before the prophets and said, Messenger of Allah, I am her master. She used to abuse you and disparage you. I forbade her, but she did not stop. I rebuked her, but she did not abandon her habits. I have 2 sons like pearls from her. She was my companion. Last night, she began to abuse and disparage you. So I took my dagger and put it on her belly. I pressed it and I killed her. Thereupon, the prophet said, Oh, be witness, no retaliation is payable for her blood. So, can a perfect man condone this. Absolutely. Sorry, my fingers are frozen. Sunni Abi Dawood. Sunni Abi Dawood. 4361. Sahih by Al Albani. Please have a screenshot if you would like. There you go. So I would say you can't be perfect and allow this. Huh?
I don't believe it.
That is absolutely fine. If you want to disbelieve everything that will point you to the idea that a certain individual that you're following isn't the best person to follow, that's fine. However, I would say be honest with yourself.
I follow the Quran.
They can't have a proper debate in that.
Let's type it. We'll type it. We'll type it.
No, go someone else.
That are not filled with mercy and compassion.
We debate
This one isn't.
Yeah, this
I can show you others, by the way, where he does worse things. And so I would say that you're better off following somebody who doesn't do horrific, terrible things, like Jesus. In both our traditions, we say he's sinless. He's the pure child. He hasn't done anything wrong. So I say follow him instead, and not Muhammad.
الرب قوموا يا شعوب ها هو آت ليدين الكون ليدين الكون ويرعى القاطع ها إن الكون يهدر ويصيح تهدر وتصيح الأرض والسماء ما فائدة الذهب والفضة الذهب والفضة فليندثرا ولتشرق أنت يا